How's it going, everybody? Glad that you're here tonight. Give us just a couple minutes to get everything set up, and we will get right into the topic for this evening. But tell me how you are. How was your Sunday? How was your weekend? Hopefully, it was good, and hopefully, you got a lot accomplished. But, anyways, we'll get right into it. Like I said, here in just a couple minutes, I'm actually trying to find a couple links to share with you as well. So please bear with me. Let's see here. So I had a good weekend. A little slower, which is good, but got some stuff done at home, and very very excited about that. Um, yeah, I put some money in the thumbnail, so hopefully we get more people to show up to find out what that's all about. We will see. Let's see. I'm actually trying to find my old Royal Family Kids Camp video. I just found it. That's one of the links I'm searching for. Sorry, I'm kind of doing some stuff on Facebook here as well as YouTube. Um, so we're talking about the Day of Giving tonight. The Day of Giving is coming up this Thursday. So the Day of Giving is a one-day. All the nonprofits in the city basically participate in it. Well, not all of them, but many of them. So there's 31 different nonprofits. They're actually throughout the county will participate in the Day of Giving, and it's an opportunity for you to give to those nonprofits and to have your giving actually matched by local businesses. So, local businesses put into a match funding pool. And so, let's say there's $200,000 given to all the nonprofits in one go. There might be, say, $50,000 in match funds. And so at that point, every dollar would be matched but with 25 cents. And so if you gave $20, then your $20 becomes $25. You give $100, it becomes $125. And so it's a really nice way for the nonprofits to have kind of a day to really promote themselves throughout all the communities in Armstrong County. And it's a nice way for local businesses to support multiple nonprofits at once. And so I've given to the Day of Giving ever since it started, which I believe was maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And so I don't know, it's just become a natural part of what we do every year. Some organizations that we've always supported, number one, Habitat for Humanity, given to Habitat just about every single year. We've supported Grace Christian School in the past, which is the only Christian school in Kittanning. So it's important for us to see that continue. And then we've always given to Life Choices as well, which is like it's a kind of a crisis pregnancy center. So if a woman goes in there and she's pregnant, they will give her an ultrasound, show her the baby and where she's at in the whole process, and it's just a nice way to hopefully prevent things like abortion, that kind of stuff. So it's a really great ministry as well, and they've really expanded. They were only in Kittanning when we first started giving to them, and now they have an awesome house in Butler where they can actually house young women through the process and make sure that they are stable and are able to have a decent place to live until they can find something more permanent. And then they now also started a second center in Butler and then a third center in Greensburg. And so they're really expanding and doing a lot of great stuff. But that's a ministry that started right here in Kittanning, and it's really expanded, and now it's blessing the entire region. And I did a video a while ago on Reagan's Journey, which has a similar story, and they're on the Day of Giving as well. So all these different nonprofits, and they're really really good things that they're doing in the community. And I'm so excited. I think a lot of people think that nothing good comes out of Kittanning, or that they're real down on Kittanning, but I think that Kittanning is a really great place, and I think it's very underrated as far as the things that have come out of it. There are some really positive forces coming out of Kittanning, and it's just going to get better. I believe that Living Water Church is going to be one of those organizations that in 5 and 10 years from now, we're going to say Living Water Church. They had a really nice little organization there in Kittanning, but man, they really helped plant a lot of churches around our region, and what a blessing came out of Kittanning. And I think we're just going to see that story play out over and over and over again because Kittanning's a great place. And as long as we're positive and we're supporting these local ministries and nonprofits, then I think that it's going to be really good stuff over the course of many years. So, anyways, that's my little shtick for the beginning here. I'm pulling up the comments. Bear with me. So, but among all those nonprofits, the one that I really want people to support is Royal Family Kids Camp. It's the very first year for Royal Family Kids Camp in Armstrong County. Royal Family Kids Camp is a camp for abused, neglected, and abandoned children, and they basically take kids that are in the foster system and offer them a week of good memories. A lot of the kids in foster care system don't have any good memories. They just have a childhood of struggle, a childhood of strife, and it's can be a very bad situation for many of these kids. And so for them to get 1 week where they're just treated like royalty, a week where they can make some really positive memories, a lot of times that 1 week can be the only thing that they actually can hold on to that's ever been positive in their entire life. And so obviously that's not the case for every child in foster care, but it is the case for many of them. And so Royal Family Kids Camp, I think, is going to be a very important part of our community over the coming years because we have a lot of kids that are in that situation. So I would just encourage you guys to help them get off the ground this year. They're having their very first camp in August of this year. Right now they're raising the funds for that, and they're trying to raise enough not only to pay for camp for this year, but to pay for half of next year's camp, so that they can build up over a course of time, build up an entire year in reserve to always make sure that they're able to operate. And I'm just very excited. All the directors for that camp actually have come out of our church, and so it's just a really great group of people. I can vouch for every single one of them. Especially the director, Tyler Luke, and his wife, Kim. They are just an integral part of our church, and I'm just so excited for what God is doing in their lives. So just wanted to throw that out there. I posted a link in the comments here, so if you guys haven't watched the Royal Family Kids Camp video that I did, I just really encourage you to go and learn more about that organization. I know many of you are kids and you're not going to donate, but even if you could show that video to your parents, if that's something that would be on your family's heart to give to, I would love to raise a few $1,000s through this channel towards Royal Family Kids Camp so that they can run for not only this year but many years in the future. So that's my heart for this year's Day of Giving. Although there are many different organizations that are worthy of your donation, and so I'm just going to put that link in here as well. Let me just find it here. I know all the websites are live here, so okay. Just found it. All right, let me go through some of your comments here. I'm going to post this link, so if you guys want to go look through any of the nonprofits, you can do that, or if you want to share that link on social media, that would be very helpful as well. And I'm just going to put that there and see what you guys will do with it. So let's see who's here tonight. Glurgo's in the house. First off, Caden, number 2. Paul's in the house. Hello, Paul. Good to see you at church again today. Hypertime's here. Eli's in the house. Summer's in the house. Meatloaf's in the house. A lot of you here, although it says there's only 10 people here, so maybe it's going to be a shorter night tonight. Let's see. Meatloaf says that she's broke and she doesn't have the $2. Yeah, and I'm planning on giving more. I think it's $4 in the picture, but that's all I had in my wallet, so sad state of affairs. But I do have other money in my account that I'm planning on giving on the day of giving. So, but I understand if you're broke and you can't give, that's fine. And I know that you're a teenager, so I was broke when I was a teenager as well. Although I did have my first job when I was 14 years old. If you guys want to know more about that story, I'll be happy to tell you. But I've been working for the last, what would it be? 19 years, I guess, because I'm 33. So been working since I was 14, pretty much uh, full time on and off ever since then. Glurgo says I saw Endgame yesterday. Everyone would tell you no spoilers, but I don't really care. You can spoil it if you want to on this channel. Roblox is in the house. Meatloaf says $3. It was $4. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. That's awesome. Oh, Meatloaf says, but I'm 14, so my parents will provide. That's good. Glurgo says, stop flexing on us, Andrew. My $4 flex, it's good stuff. Let's see. So how was your guys' Sunday? What'd you guys do this weekend? What's been going on? Do you guys have any any questions for me? Anything that you want to talk about? Let's see here. Meatloaf saying the company count sounds nice. Meatloaf, what company do you think sounded nice? I didn't catch that once when I was saying it. So then you said you're joking, right? I don't know what that means. So help me out. Explain a little bit more to me. Kelly's in the house. Good to have you, Kelly. Meatloaf wants to donate to the camp, but she can't. She doesn't have any money. She's missing Kevin as well. Where is Kevin tonight? I haven't seen Kevin. I haven't seen 3D Maker Kid. A lot of our regulars are not here. Matt Smith says, good drone footage lately. Your flying skills have gotten much better, and it's good to see the chickens back in the vlog again. Yeah, I think it was your comment that triggered me to go and check out the chickens and tell people what they've been up to. But yeah, the chickens are doing really well. I actually threw in three eggs under one of our chickens that was sleeping in a nesting box. I thought maybe she wants to sit on some eggs. I really hope that she does. If she stays on them tomorrow, then I will put maybe like 15 eggs under her. She's a really big chicken, so I'll put a bunch of eggs under her and let her hatch them out. That would be super helpful for my homestead. I'm looking at buying some chickens, but if I could just hatch them out, especially layer chickens, then then I wouldn't need to buy any layers. I could just take the new ones there and then buy maybe some meat chickens. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. This summer's looking a little crazy already, but maybe it would be something after we come back from vacation that I could get some meat chickens and raise them through the summertime. But thank you for the drone footage comment as well. I still don't think I'm even at 10 drone flights yet. It might be 10 now, but it's right around there. And so I just haven't had that much experience. But that thing is so intuitive. The drone is just awesome. So I'm trying to incorporate some drone footage. And on the video I put up just a few hours ago, I tried to incorporate some drone footage into the actual story. So it's not just drone footage. It's for drone footage's sake, but it's drone footage for a purpose. And so what I'm really trying to do is get really good at it. So by the time we get to Summer of Serve, that I can use the drone footage as to a better tool to tell the story. And so that's my goal. So you'll see a lot more drone footage in the coming videos just because I'm trying to practice. I'm trying to get better at it. I also put out a video earlier this week on the best street in Kittanning. I had proclaimed North Mckean Street, the first couple blocks there, for the as like the best street in Kittanning or the prettiest street in Kittanning, and then someone else had commented that Water Street down by the Y was very pretty as well, so I did that one. And then I put a post on Facebook asking people to give me some suggestions along with the YouTube video. And so I have probably I think it's like 8 different places to go to in the county now to go and get drone footage from. So I'm pretty excited to go and do that. And yeah, I think it's going to be really cool, and I'll get plenty of practice by the time summer serve rolls around. So very excited. Anyways, uh, Krista thought I slaughtered the chickens. No, the chickens are alive and well, at least for now. Meatloaf says, "What's with this Endgame?" Well, it's a really big Avengers movie, of which I've seen zero Avengers movies. There's like 20 of them, and I've never seen a single one. So, I don't care at all about Endgame. But but nobody wants spoilers. There's been multiple. I've heard people go to prison for like beating people up because they spoiled the movie for them, which I think is a little absurd. But that's one man's opinion. Gene's in the house. Good to have you, friend. Glergo says, "What are your thoughts on that beverage critic guy? I don't really pay attention to any of you on a personal basis, except the ones that actually know." So, um, but anyway, Matt Smith says, "Undercover Boss is a great show. You should see if the State Farm Insurance president could go on the show and visit your agency. If he or she could see all the awesome things you're doing." That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. They probably wouldn't want to like visit me anyway because I'm not like some superstar State Farm agent. Although I do think we're doing a lot in the community, so that is really cool. Hopefully, I'm being a good neighbor by their standards. But as far as a salesperson, I have not been the greatest salesperson ever. But anyways. Glerga says, "I could be moderator if you want." No, sorry. Meatloaf says, "Good, he's looked like a raisin." I don't like raisins. I don't know what that means. Hulk dabs in Endgame. Actually, not a joke. That happens. Rex Harmon says, "Hey, Andrew, how is your daughter doing with the diabetes and everything?" Great question. Thank you for asking. Joanna is doing really great. From a physical perspective, she's doing wonderful. She's actually even doing really great with her shots, and so that was a real struggle for the first, let's see, probably a couple months. We're like 3 months in now, and over the last month now, she's been doing much better, even with the shots. And so I think we've got a good strategy. We've got a nice system down, and we're learning, what is actually a big deal and what's not a big deal. Because when something like that happens, it's like everything's a big deal. Every spike in sugar feels like, a failure. Every low in sugar feels like you did a wrong calculation or you did something terrible. But that's not really true, because the body still is going to do what it does. And so it's just been a learning curve as far as that kind of stuff. So she's doing really great, and we're doing pretty good as well because we're learning more about how to handle everything on a daily basis. Yeah, we've gotten past all those, I think, first times of things, and so now we're into a stage of, just figuring out what regular life is like, and it's getting back in routines and doing things more efficiently, I guess, is probably the word for me. Royal Learning Time says, "We arrived in Kittanning for the week on vacation. We are celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary on Wednesday." Well, congratulations on that, and welcome back to the greatest city in the world. Glad that you could be here. I've been noticing on your videos. I saw the one the other day, but the intro was in the park. Or no, it wasn't in the park. I can't remember where it was, but it was really cool to see some different Kittanning footage on someone else's videos. I always love to see that. So thank you for doing that. Hopefully you can get some more Kittanning videos while you're here. And if you want to get together at all, let me know, and maybe we could meet and collaborate on something while you're here. Optic is in the house. Says, "I got into a Fortnite clan." I don't even know what that is or how that works, but congratulations. I'm assuming it's really cool. Matt Smith says, "Are you all done showing the commissioner videos now? Remind people to get out and vote. Keep the area informed on the standings and results." I absolutely will do that, Matt. We have a couple more weeks until the actual election. It'll be 2 weeks from this Tuesday. And so the week before that on the live stream, that's all we'll talk about is just politics. And so we'll get into that pretty heavy. Maybe the next 2 weeks we actually will. I'm not sure. But I have one more commissioner interview with Deb Whiteman. She's actually coming tomorrow. and so I get to interview her tomorrow. And then the really cool one I actually interviewed on Friday is Susan Bozier, and so Susan Bozier is a Senate candidate. She's running against Joe Pittman. She's actually the Democrat running against Joe. And so it was really interesting to get her take on everything. And so I'll have her interview, should be dropping on Tuesday. And so we would have that. That interview is going to be, I don't know, I might get some backlash for it, for just even interviewing her. But to be perfectly honest, I think that we need to just kind of start ignoring party lines a little bit and just actually learn who people are and what they're all about. And so I don't know. I just thought she needed a fair shake, and I reached out to her, offered her an interview, and she took it. Which I don't know. It still just blows my mind. I can't believe I'm interviewing, senators. One of the two, either Joe or Susan, one of them is going to be our next senator, and so I'll get to say that I got to sit down for a year-long interview with a senator, not an hour-long interview with a senator, and I just think that's amazing. That's just beyond anything that I ever thought this channel would turn into, but it's been really cool. So yeah, we'll definitely talk about the commissioner race and the Senate race over the next couple live streams for sure. I was thinking about doing a whole video, like a podcast with just me and like my reflection on each candidate, and I may still do that. I don't know if that would be interesting to anybody. It probably wouldn't be interesting to most of you guys, but I just don't know if it would help people to kind of process all of the different options that they have. Especially, they have to pick between the 5 Republican commissioner candidates, and then the Senate election's extremely important between Joe Pittman and Susan Bozier. So, anyways. Gene says, our God is awesome. He absolutely is. Crazy Potato said, I really like the Endgame and Marvel. Very cool. Glad you like it. I've never gotten into it. It might be all right, but I don't know. It's just never been my thing, I guess. Meatloaf's trying to plan events. What kind of events are you planning? Gene says, hey, Pastor Andy, can you get insurance on a motorized bicycle? You can, but you don't need to. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I would just get renter's insurance, and your renter's insurance would actually extend if you had damaged something. But now, if you want to get it for like theft and that kind of stuff, then yeah, we can do that for sure. Matt Smith says, do some drone footage of up by Buttermilk Falls, where the Cowshannock Creek comes out on the river near the cove. That would be good footage. Also, upriver by the train bridge and Lock 8. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think, which lock is in Kittanning? Is that 7 or 8? I can't really remember. But anyways, yeah, I got a really cool shot of the dam. I don't know if you saw it in the last video, but coming upriver right at the dam, and then just as you come over the dam, it's like all the crazy water, and then the top, there was no wind at all, so the whole river was just glass. It was really, I don't know, I thought it was a really cool shot. It would have been even better if I could have got it a couple hours later, but we were playing music in the park at that point, so. But I'll try to get that shot again someday with even better light, but as it was, I thought it was still really cool. Glargo says, do you think I'll ever be moderator? I highly doubt it unless we become really close friends in real life and I actually know who you are, then maybe it would happen. Let's see. Meatloaf says, well, if he could see all the comments, that would make more sense. I guess it would. Roblox says, why are you trying to make Kittanning the greatest city in the world? Well, I just think Kittanning has massive, massive potential. And so that's why I am obsessed with making Kittanning into a better city. Also, I live here. My kids hopefully are going to grow up here and live here. And so I want this city to be great when they're growing up. I want them to know that this city has a lot of rich history, that this city is worth fighting for, that this city is worth working hard for. So I'm just trying to pour out my life to make it a better place to be. That's just where I'm at. But I just think Kittanning's massively underrated. You look at the infrastructure that's here with the bridge and the park and all those kinds of things. There's no town of 4,000 people that has that kind of stuff. It just doesn't exist. And so we should be incredibly thankful, and we should try to take advantage of that. Also, all the natural resources. You're right in the valley. It's such a beautiful place. You're right on the river. You have the trail running through it, which will hopefully be the Pittsburgh to Erie Trail. There's just so many things, so many good things around us that it's just it's worth trying to take care of the rest of the issues because there's so much potential here. Glergo says, "Can you please wish Mrs. Burkett a happy birthday?" Happy birthday, Mrs. Burkett. I don't know who you are, but I hope you're having a great day. Lego games are better than life. I'm not sure about that, but Lego games are fun for sure. I played through a couple in my day, and I don't know. I always thought they were hilarious. Matt Smith says, "Next year, let's get a Greatest Day in the World marathon team relay going. Let's get t-shirts made. It's only 6 miles each. We can do it. Training starts now." Maybe. I'm not much for running. I mean, I've been trying to be a runner over the last year, but my consistency has definitely not been there. And I'm just not a natural runner. I can get a couple miles in probably, but 6 would be a real stretch for me. But I guess I do have the right training ground here. I got lots of hills around me, so if I could run 6 miles here and then go run a flat course, I'd be just fine. Meatloaf says, "Joe or Susan, I don't like those names. Can we change them? How about Mr. Pittman and Mrs. Bozier? How about that?" Melissa says, "Sorry I'm late. I just got home from work." Melissa, I didn't even know you had a job. Where do you work? Glergo says, "Can you get insurance on a toaster?" Absolutely. 100% yes. This name I'm not sure how to pronounce. I love Kittanning. So much has happened since I've moved away. Congrats on all that you're doing. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. We have a town full of great people, and so hopefully, I always tell people that I'm not actually doing all the work. I'm just documenting the process, and so that does mean that I get a disproportionate amount of the credit for the work that gets done, but that is not my desire at all. I just want to highlight all the people that are doing great work across town. There's so many of them, and they deserve a lot of recognition. And I just am very, very excited about what all the people are doing and how all of the people are starting to collaborate, and there's starting to be more groups and things working together. And I think we're just going to see all the good work that's happened just grow exponentially over the coming months and years. Let's see. Lock 7 is in Kittanning. Okay, thank you. I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to say Meraki. Lock 8 is up in Adrian. Okay, good. Take Tartown the entire way up. The Cove in the summer is great. Yes, and we actually have a men's retreat up that way, so maybe I'll be able to do that. Get some footage of that while I'm up there. That would be super fun. That's just a couple weeks from now. So if you think that's one of the most beautiful places in Armstrong County, then I'm going to put it on my list, and I'll get it done when I'm up there in 2 weeks. Gene says, "Good night. God bless you and your family." Good night, Gene. Have a good one. Is there a Mr. Wrench here? There is not a Mr. Wrench here. I did time out somebody because they seemed like they were giving me some trolly comments, so I just got rid of them. Matt says, "Lock 7 is our dam. Lock 8's the next one up north. Good fishing up there. It would also be cool if you got footage up by East Brady, where the river is smaller and shallow. Do an Allegheny River video. That'd be super cool. If I got different Allegheny, like different sections of the Allegheny over time, and then I could I could make it like a whole Allegheny River video. That would be sweet, and just have like all the different parts of the Allegheny by drone footage. That'd be awesome. Hopefully, I'm just gonna bank all this drone footage, and I'll be able to make like a 20-minute Kittanning drone footage video. Excuse me. And then I could do that, over the course of many different places as I travel around. Meatloaf says, "I don't know what a relay is, but I can shove a whole cookie in my mouth. Give me the ammo, and we can do this." Totally agree with that. I mean, Krista, if you want to have like a cookie eating team, I'm your guy. Melissa says, "I'll message you after and tell you." Okay, very good. Meatloaf says, "Absolutely not. The last names are also bad. How about Mrs. Lady and Mr. Guy, of whom had the most boring name?" Matt Smith says, you need to do another Greensburg video and more videos featuring local businesses. You were on a roll with the 700 shop and Two Short Gals, but you stopped. I did stop, not because I wanted to stop or that I didn't want to promote local business, but those videos at that point were specifically for Christmas time. And so that's why I did that at that point. So I've caught up on comments. Those people that watch this afterwards, we haven't had very many watchers tonight, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe everyone's watching Game of Thrones or something. But I do want to highlight a couple of the different organizations that are on here that are near and dear to my heart for the Day of Giving. I'm going to post the link one more time as well, so you guys can go check these out afterwards. So Habitat for Humanity, I talked about. Arts on the Allegheny is the group that brings all of the concert series into the park, and so they are a really good organization. Have the Biblical Life Institute on here. They are like a Christian higher education school. I don't believe they're accredited in any way, but they do help ministers gain experience and gain more knowledge as far as Christian doctrine and those kinds of things. Seems like a very professional organization, and they seem to do a good job. I know a lot of people that have gone there and been really blessed by it. So they're available to support. Let's see, who else do I know? Divine Redeemer School is another Christian school. Oh, the Downtown Kittanning Revitalization Project. I'm actually on that committee, and so that group has done over the course of time the entire Market Street streetscape project. So redoing the roads there, putting in all the new lights and the trees and all the sidewalks, burying the utility lines, all that kind of stuff that has transformed the downtown area over the last 4 years. They're also in charge of the flower baskets that will be up in the next few weeks. I believe at the beginning of June, the flower baskets will go up, and they're just so beautiful, and it's just makes the downtown look amazing. So if you want to support that effort, continue to support them. You can do that on the Day of Giving. Very exciting. All the things that we have planned with that group. Hopefully we'll be able to continue to fill up storefronts, get different places in town with paving, and expand the streetscape project to do more sidewalks downtown, and just continue to make downtown Kittanning more and more beautiful. Evangel Heights Christian Academy is on here. The Ford City Renaissance Community Partnership is on here. So they're the ones that do all of the Ford City events, like Downtown Kittanning Incorporated does here in Kittanning. Fort Armstrong Folk Festival is on here, and so if you want to support the Folk Festival, you can certainly do that through the Day of Giving. Grace Christian Schools here. Haven, which provides support for women that are victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, all those kinds of things. So they're an organization doing great work in town. Kittanning Libraries on here. Life Choices I told you about. They do a lot of great work in the community. Let's see. Orphans of the Storm is on here. So I know Krista, I know you have a big heart for Orphans of the Storm. If you wanted to support them on the Day of Giving, if you had your birthday money, I don't know if you gave that to them yet, but you could give them your birthday money on May 9th if you write out a check or put a money order or check in an envelope and send it on May 9th, so it's postmarked on May 9th. Like say you gave them $50, that $50 would probably become $60 or $65, and so it's a great day to do that. I don't know if you gave them your birthday money yet. I know you were planning to, but I don't know if that happened. Reagan's Journey's on here. We talked about them. Our YMCA's on here. Royal Family Kids Camp's on here. So talked about that a lot, and so I'm not going to plug them anymore, but I would love to see that happen. Salvation Army's on here. United Way. So that's kind of all the ones that I know on this list, but there's even more that I didn't name. And so if you guys are givers at all, I believe that God commands us to give, not only to tithe to our local church, but to give above and beyond that as we're able. And so if you guys are able, it's anywhere from $20 to $5,000 that you can give on that day to put into the match funding. So I just totally encourage you guys to do that. I'll have a couple more videos plug in the Day of Giving through the course of this week. And that's really it. Let me check out the comments, and then I'm going to get out of here. Okay. Krista might kill you in a cookie eating contest. I don't know. I can eat a lot of cookies. Glurgo says, "Fight me at Dr. Mario." It wouldn't even be a fight. It would just be a horrible, horrible beating. Meatloaf says, "I would eat like a lady, but I prefer to be comfy, so don't expect much." Melissa says, "I've seen you eat cookies. Nothing ladylike about it." I love it. Matt says, "What all did the courthouse meeting entail? Do they want you to vlog and help advertise the area?" It's not a vlogging thing, Matt, but they just want me to help them get some shots. They're having a professional studio actually make some videos for them, which personally, they're getting it for free, and then that company tries to sell them other services. Is how it works. And so they're taking the free videos, and I don't know if they're going to buy anything else. But I hope they don't buy anything else, because I think that they would have better luck with using vloggers. And I'm not even saying necessarily me, but take vloggers in Pittsburgh or vloggers in Western Pennsylvania and invite them to come to Kittanning. Give them a hotel room. Say put them up at the Lenape Heights. Give them restaurant gift certificates to Harper's and a couple nice restaurants in Kittanning, and let them make videos about Armstrong County. I think that's the right way to promote the county. And I told them that. Hopefully they'll do that. But I'm going to give them some footage to send to this company so that the company can put together these professionally edited videos for the county. So that's what the meeting was about. It really wasn't all that exciting. I'm just trying to help out any way that I can. Okay. Matt says, "When are you going home to Minnesota, and are you going to do a local hometown video for us while you're there?" I'll absolutely make a video of my hometown while I'm there. Both the one that I grew up in and the one that I went to high school in. Two different towns, and then I'm sure I'll make lots of videos at my parents' lake house and lots of fun videos with the kiddos. So can't wait for that. Super excited. I'm not really gonna reveal when I go. I don't know. I try to keep it a little bit. I mean, I know I'm super public, but I try to keep it a little bit private, like not so people don't have my schedule. Summer says, "You got great ideas." Thanks, Summer. Appreciate that. Glergo says, anyways, I think we're good. I think I'm caught up on comments, you guys. I'm going to head out 37 minutes in. Not too many of you here anyways. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you had a great weekend. It's a great week ahead. I'll be watching out for the interview with Susan Bozier, and hopefully I'll have the other video done by tomorrow. That's it for this one, you guys. Love you all very much. Hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you